Hey, wonderful, lovely people, a pleasant afternoon to everybody. So, wonderful people, I'm looking online on the Jamaica Observer's page and I'm seeing something here and I'm quoting it verbatim because I would love to hear the responses of people. It says, only a person of poor judgment would swap out Andrew Holness. And this is coming from a Charles Sinclair. I'm not familiar with who he is. People, I'm just learning a little bit about politics. So if you hear me say something that is just novelty, like, with the whole Dr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, July 1 will take, position as chair for CARICOM. Somebody said, it happened for his predecessors. I didn't know. When you're ignorant of something, you're just ignorant. You just lack the knowledge. So I have to go with the little knowledge that I have. But I'm going to go with what I know and look at what is there out there. And I will stand corrected if needs be. And it says, Kingston, Jamaica, citing what he declared as the Andrew Holness-led administration's success in fighting crime, Government Senator Charles Sinclair says only a person of poor judgment could think of voting against the ruling Jamaica Labour Party JLP in the upcoming general election. It is only a person with poor judgment that could conjure up the thought of swapping a National Security Minister Horace Chang for any other person, or swapping the Honourable Prime Minister for anybody on that side. Poor judgment, Sinclair said during Friday's sitting of the Senate, pointing to the 44% reduction in murders year to date compared to 2024. Well, there is certainly a reduction in terms of murder rate. History has shown us that the party led by Honourable Andrew Holness has always been strong in this fight. We have and will continue to apply all lawful actions necessary to reduce major crimes, save lives, and restore a sense of safety for all Jamaicans, he said. Noting previous comments by members of the opposition People's National Party that he said ridiculed efforts to address gang violence, Sinclair said that JLP has shown consistent strength in the fight against crime. Our aspiration, no, this is in quotations, our aspiration, Mr. President, has been and will always be, to create a Jamaica where Jamaicans can live with their doors and windows open. I think I heard the Prime Minister in fairly recent time saying we're inching closer to living such blissful life. Where are we now? I'm just reading and kind of pausing a little bit, my beautiful people. Yes, our aspiration, Mr. President, has been and will always be to create a Jamaica where Jamaicans can live with their doors and windows open. In order to achieve this country's true growth potential, prosperity, and better quality of life for all, we must have an environment of peace. Well, I do agree with that, because we live in a country that is highly aggressive. The roads are a big indicator, or indicators where that is concerned, the different roads, different roadways. So, Mr. President, I'm quoting, please, it befuddles the mind that the opposition has over the years sought to ridicule an aspirational goal of Jamaicans sleeping with the doors and windows open, and in doing so, it is a clear indication, and this is a response to you, Senator Lambert Brown, that you cannot be trusted with governing Jamaica, Sinclair said. Ouch. He recalled under the previous PNP administration, the National Security Minister Peter Bunting's call for divine intervention, oh yes, to fight crime and a rising murder toll. I remember he got a lot of backlash for that when he did that. That was unfortunate though, because without divine intervention, we're in problems. We must never forget the words of a past Minister of National Security under the PNP, now leader of opposition business, in what can only be described as a weak jellyback move when he called for divine intervention. I remember he got a lot of flack for it. He did. He did. For those of us who remember, he really did. He did. As his, can be described as a weak jellyback move when he called for divine intervention, as his best efforts could not contain a growing murder tally. We cannot go back there, Mr. President. We will not go back there, he said. Sinclair continued, in recent times, it is the said person who has said, if I return to the portfolio of Minister of National Security, what I will do, Mr. President, what I will do, Mr. President, it was they who underfunded the entire law enforcement apparatus, reducing their mobility, and failed to improve their intelligence gathering capacity and human resource capacity. Under their administration, Mr. President, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, were never put in a position to undertake effective policing and general law enforcement strategies to fight crime in a sustainable way, he charged. The senator also took aim at the PNP's caretaker for Kingston Central, former cop Steve McGregor, who he said has expressed ambitions of stepping into the national security portfolio should his party win the next general election. They have somebody, aspirant as they call him, saying that, well, he wants to take over Minister of National Security position too. I'm only quoting what I'm seeing, beautiful people. They have him in Kingston Central currently. But when he made some comments recently, I reflected on the fact that he was in the JCF in St. James at a time when murder kept going up in St. James year after year. We cannot put these persons back into such key positions, he said. Sinclair praised Holness and Chang for their leadership and strategic approach to crime reduction. Dr. Andrew Holness and Minister Horace Chang, they are persons who are made of sterner stuff. They have exhibited great leadership. They will not throw their hands in the air, Mr. President, nor will they shed tears and merely ask for a divine intervention, he said. He also commended members of the JCF, the Jamaica Defense Force, and other critical stakeholders in law enforcement, including the Jamaica Customs Agency, for their commitment to reducing crime in the country. I remember the whole divine intervention saga, I'm telling you, people, that man got a whooping for saying that. People saying that it's like he's all out of ideas, he doesn't know what to do, he's twiddling his thumbs. I remember when, the former Minister of National Security, Mr. Peter Bunting, had said that, because it became very overwhelming. And as much as I will be biased towards that comment, meaning I would embrace that comment about divine intervention, for the listener, it gives the impression as though the person lacks intelligence quotient, meaning knowledge, and they also lack emotional intelligence, that they don't know how to apply the laws of the land in the right way, in a right manner, to deal and to combat crime. Because not everyone accepts the whole divine intervention mantra or policy or mindset. I just would like to know people's thoughts, though, as it relates to the leadership of both political leaders that the Sinclair fellow called, Dr. Andrew Holness and Dr. Horace Chang, if you think that they're doing a good job in their area of work, what they're assigned to do, crime, as in murder rate has gone down by 44%. It's almost 50%. That's a big chunk. I know that we have other criminal areas that need addressing, and I'm sure that will be taken in stages. But in your view, what you're seeing happening in our country, would you say that, both people are leading well and doing a good job, or what is your other viewpoint? Anyway, guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe, Give me one of those lions.